8 a.m.
Hold on to your panties. The party is about to begin.
I can hardly wait.
I love this show. Check 1, check 2, check 3.
Are we ready?
Check 4.
You know what? Enough talk. It's showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIM.
Why can't you accept me for what I am? Why?
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok if you'd like to watch the show, not just listen to it. It is a little bit like I wouldn't really call it like a TV show, but I don't know, just a radio show on your smartphone or tablet or big screen TV. A lot of people watch it in the evenings at home while they're all sitting around the dinner table. They're on YouTube. So, yes, bad reality TV. That's what it's like. Tonight on the show, we've got some painful snake news we got to talk about. This is crazy. Story that I saw this morning about a guy having an encounter with a python. So we're going to get to that. We've got some food news. We got some Doordash drama to talk about. We got cars into buildings. And I'm going to get to this story that you heard Ron Otto and Parker Testa talking about, this local woman who's made national news for trying to open a door on a plane. So that is right there, the quintessential Ohio woman story, because she's right here in the Miami Valley. But first, we got to get to something that happened late last night in the show. I know people come and go listening to the Evening Edge. You know, you're on your way home from work, you get home 5:30 or something, you turn off the radio and you go about your evening life with your family and your friends and your clicker. So about 6:30 last night, we got a call from somebody, and it had to do with the Pancurrito. Now, if you haven't heard the show in the last few days, I had lunch on Tuesday at the Blueberry Cafe in Kettering, and I ordered a pancake platter, which was a just giant pancake, about 29 inches wide, almost a yard wide. I mean, it's huge. You can see pictures of it on my Facebook. And a couple of eggs, some bacon, and some hash browns. And we were posing with the giant saucer of a flapjack. And something just triggered in my head. What about a pancake and burrito? What if you combine the two and you put all those breakfast goodies inside the pancake and you roll it up like you're at Chipotle? You know what I'm talking about? And then you drizzle a little bit of syrup on it. You butter it down, and oh my gosh, it was heaven. It was heaven. And I posted pictures of it. I talked about it on the show. And then last night we got this call just before 6:30.
Oh my God, that is genius.
What's that?
I work at Blueberry. The Pancurrito.
The Pancurrito.
Yes.
Now wait a second. You actually work there?
Yes. I said, this is awesome. I didn't even think about that.
So okay. So let me. Okay. I'm excited about this now because I thought this was all just going to be a fruitless endeavor. Me talking about it on the air and nothing ever coming from it. But the fact that you work at the Blueberry Cafe. Now, do you work at the one in Kettering or the one in Bellbrook?
I work at both of them. I'm the head chef for both of them.
Wait a second. You're the head chef at the Blueberry Cafe?
Yes, sir.
So you have the power. You have the power to put the Pancurrito on the menu?
Yeah, I was telling your server, Angel. She goes, I waited on him, and I was like dying. And she's like, who is this guy? And I said, he's fun.
Oh,
fun.
wow. Well, Jamie, what do we have to do to put the Evening Edge? And if you could brand it Evening Edge Pancurrito, that would be great. If not, I understand. But
no, it's a pancake-urito.
Well, we were calling it last night the Pancurrito, like pan, like cake, but Pancurrito, like burrito. We can talk about it. I'm not gonna argue over the name of it.
Right.
But you would be willing?
Oh, well, I told the owner, Kelly, I said, oh my gosh, this is so fun. This is awesome. I never even thought about that, rolling that big old 10-inch freaking pancake up. And
yeah.
I said, he must have had to get it work. He had to eat it real quick.
Oh, no. I was just being creative. I can't help it. I can't turn it off.
I'm going to tell you, it's genius.
Oh, thank you.
Genius.
Well, so this morning I wake up and I have 5 or 6 text messages from friends and some coworkers saying, you have to see this post. The Blueberry Cafe shared all the pictures from my Facebook page on their Facebook page. And now it's Pancurrito Mania going on at the Blueberry Cafe. So I'm hopeful that something comes from this. That would be great. You know, I had at one time I had a hamburger, like a cheeseburger that was named after the show. And that was fine, but then they went out of business. And then I had a beer down at Heavier Than Air Brewing Company, a local craft beer named after the show, Todd's Barrel Roll. That went over well. They made like 10 kegs and people blew right through them. They loved it. So now if we can get a Pancurrito, an Evening Edge Pancurrito on the menu at the Blueberry Cafe there in Kettering and Bellbrook, two locations, that would be sensational. So we'll see what happens. Say a prayer to the pancake gods in the sky, and maybe it'll come to fruition and we can have a big event. That would be great. I could go over there and all the edgeheads could come out and it would be Pancurritos all around. That would be awesome. So we'll see what happens with that. Now we've got to get to this Ohio woman.
Ohio woman, Ohio woman, Ohio woman, Ohio woman.
So this morning I was going through all my news emails. I get tons of emails every day, all kinds of stories. And I saw this one about an Ohio woman accused of attempting to open an airplane. And this was a door on the plane during the flight. And this was a Southwest Airlines flight. It was bound for Phoenix, but got diverted to Oklahoma City. So now this Ohio woman is facing federal charges. And I did what we call enterprise reporting. I decided to dig a little deeper into this to find out exactly where this Ohio woman might be from. Because when I tell the story, I want to be able to be accurate. You know, is she from Cleveland? Is she from Akron or Columbus or wherever? So I sent this to our newsroom and I said, hey, I did some digging. I think she might be from Dayton. Well, I didn't hear anything back. And I asked somebody in the newsroom, I said, hey, did you guys look into this? And they were like, no, we haven't gotten to it yet. And then I hear it brought up during a news meeting. And lo and behold, it's now on WHIO.com. It's on Channel 7. And Ron Otto and Parker Testa was talking about it. Stealing all my thunder on this great local Ohio woman story. But that's okay. I'm a team player, right? I'm a team player. Anyway, this woman, she's 30. Her name is, did we figure out how to say her first name? Jendaya Brennan. She's 30. And she's from the Dayton area. She reportedly was on this plane and she tried opening the rear exit door. She ignored efforts by crew members to de-escalate the situation. She was screaming. as she was going to exit the aircraft and became physically aggressive, kicking, spitting, and attempting to pull a crew member to the ground by their lanyard. Even after being restrained, Brennan allegedly broke through her wrist restraints and had to be physically held down to prevent her from attacking crew or other passengers. Wow. Upon landing, she was removed from the aircraft by Oklahoma City police. It's under investigation by the FBI and in coordination with local police. She faces 20 years in federal prison and a fine of $250,000. I mean, we have lots of crazy Ohio woman stories, Ohio man stories, but very rarely do they have a tie to the Miami Valley. And when it happens, we've got to bring it to the surface here and talk about it. But holy cow. But that story, that is a national story. I saw that story on probably 5 or 6 different websites. Granted, many of them were sort of in the Oklahoma area, Phoenix area, southwestern United States, because that's where the incident took place and where the plane was diverted to. But so there you go. There's a local Ohio woman. Wow.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right. See, did I don't know if I turned on the camera. Here we go. First wad. 2 points. Count it. 2 points. Oh, yeah. It is Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Hey, Jude, how you doing? $75 hot rocking degrees. How's everybody doing on TikTok tonight? Well, we're already up to 2,000 likes. That's awesome. Thanks, Paul. Oh, by the way, did you get to see my my new Alien What's in That Hanger t-shirt? Look at that. Woo! You can buy these. You can get your very own. This is an exclusive Evening Edge Alien What's in That Hanger t-shirt. My graphic designer designed this beautiful print. And you can get it at thetoddshop.com. And a portion of every sale goes to a local charity. I teamed up with Titan Graphics to do this. That's a local Dayton graphics company, and they do a great job. They did our Evening Edge coolies, and they do these. So if you like them, if you like it, you can get one. at the Todd shop, the TODD shop.com. Oh my goodness. We see we got food news coming up. Oh, lawsuit lottery. That is right, Harvey. Oh, Heather, I did. I talked about it. 100%. I talked about it. I think I may have talked about it the next night. Yeah, because I remember going home and talking to my wife about it. Hey, William, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for watching. Yeah, we were musing about the final meals of serial killers being on the menu there at this murder museum restaurant. They say their appetizers are killers. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Leslie. I thought I did. I mean, like, I admit that sometimes I'll talk about stuff I don't remember talking about it, or I think I talked about something and I didn't because I had the story in my pile and I thought, well, I must have talked about it. You know, I know the story, but I can't remember everything.
Over 1 million window air conditioners are being recalled. We'll have the latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, tomorrow is the first Friday, the first Friday of the month, and that means that here on the Evening Edge, we draw the winner of the First Florist Dayton Made gift basket. You can go to my Facebook page, find a link that will take you to a entry page on WHIO.com, or you can bypass the Facebook page and just go to radio contests at WHIO.com. Each month, we give away a First Florist Dayton made gift basket. It comes with a First Florist gift certificate, Esther Price candy, Dots pretzels, Marion's Piazza, Boston Stoker coffee, dressing from the Pine Club, a bag of Cheez-It, and an Evening Edge with Todd coffee mug, a jackpot coffee mug. So go there now or tomorrow before the show and register, and you could win yourself a Dayton-made gift basket from First Florist. We do that every month, and we're going to do that throughout the year. Big shout-out to a number of Edge heads. I don't have all their names right in front of me. In fact, candidly, I have none of them. But you know who you are. You know who you are, who sent me this story. Apparently, we've been keeping track of cars crashing into buildings on this show for a number of years now. I don't know how long. I think we started doing it maybe in 2019. I started doing the show on Sundays, the Sunday Edge in 2018, and I'm almost certain we started keeping track the following year. Now, I don't know if we had people making guesses like they do now, or we do, and about how many, end up hitting buildings throughout the year. But a couple of years ago, somebody in Columbus started keeping track. I think they copied off of us. I really do. But a number of people sent this to me, and as of right now, in Columbus, there have been 67 cars that have crashed into buildings. We are at, and I got to figure it out because there's some discrepancy, but we're either at 43 or 44. So way to go, Dayton. You're not as reckless as the people in Columbus.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
At least
It's a
for
radio
now.
show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Well, Cal, I wanted to talk to you about it. I feel like we might be missing one, but I mean, I'm not going to split hairs over it by any stretch. But I felt like there was, if I go back and look at my pages here, or my Facebook page, because I usually post them. Let's see. The one that I have, there was one on June 1st, there was one in Springfield. June 1st, one in Springfield. I have that as 42. Then there was another one on June 1st in Lebanon, the La Luz, or whatever it was, the Luz Apartments. They happened both on the same day, both apartments, different apartments, but I had that at 43. But then we had the one, and I haven't posted this yet because I was still trying to get details, but there was another one in Springfield on the 3rd, and I think that's 44. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just a little confused. 42 and 43. And then we had the one in Springfield on 6/3, June 3rd, like 2 days ago. Let me look. Okay, if that's what you're thinking. No. The one that happened in Springfield on June 1st is not the same picture. I've got him on my Facebook. If you look at number 42, it's a brick building. And if you look at the picture front that I sent you the other day, that is siding. So I believe that is I think we're at 44. If that makes sense. Here, I'll see if I can show you here on the live stream so you don't have to. Oh, come on. Let's see here. Let me find it. Hang on. All right, here's the one that happened on June 1st in Springfield. You see that? That one. That one's brick. See that? Here's the one that happened a few days ago. See, it's a different building. Different building. So I think we're at 44. Somebody's on a phone, so maybe they're lost.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up, we've got some lawsuit lottery news. There's a story I saw out of Miami where a woman claims that somebody employed by a hotel that she was staying at came into her hotel room while she was in the shower and ogled her. Is that right? Ogled? But now she's asking for $7 million. I have some questions about that. So we're going to get to that. But first, we were doing this as a public service last night, and I figured we'd do it again. But
Zebra Watch 2025.
What is it, a zebra?
Well, I've never seen a zebra. I'm just like any other zebra.
Somewhere the zebra was dancing.
Well, it was a unicorn, and the horn broke off, so now it's a zebra.
Like a zebra, I guess.
What I look like, a zebra?
well, by now I'm sure you've heard that there's a zebra on the loose in Tennessee, not far from Nashville, a little town called Murfreesboro. Actually, Murfreesboro is not super small. It's a smaller town than Nashville, but it's not, like Alpha, Ohio, that kind of thing. But the zebra got loose over the weekend. A family brought this zebra home as a pet last Friday night. Saturday, the zebra bolted. Wasn't interested in being anybody's pet. And now it's on the loose, causing chaos throughout the area down there in Tennessee. And he's still on the loose today. But in the last few days, I don't know if you've seen video or memes, but this zebra is becoming a social media sensation. It's crazy. And people have been, taking pictures of him, AI-generated pictures, putting him hanging out at the bar, playing pool, throwing darts, hanging out with kids at the playground, just living his best zebra life. It turns out, though, that the folks on the social media, they've named him Ed. And I saw that and I thought, well, wait, that doesn't sound like a very great name for a zebra. Seems like it should have a better name. I was thinking, and you could go a variation like Zed the zebra, right? That would be okay. When I think of Ed, I think of Mr. Ed, the talking horse from the old sitcom. Now, a lot of people today aren't going to have any idea who Mr. Ed is. I get that. But that just seems, I feel like Zed is the better name for a zebra that's on the loose. But you can follow it on social media. There's actually, I posted video last night. Somebody recorded him running along the a highway. And at one point, it almost looks like he turns an ankle or a hoof. But yeah, crazy story. But we'll keep you updated. Look, I'm just saying, I think there's nothing wrong with the name Ed. My grandfather was named Ed, but I just think there could be a better, more creative name for a zebra than just Ed. That's all. We've got some food news.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Who's got the food?
Well, what's your favorite food?
Don't play with your food.
This is a lot of food.
Isn't it glorious?
How you get so big that you own a biscuit? It is so scrumptious.
Well, I saw this story today, and I heard Ron Otto talk about it. Hooters filed for bankruptcy a while ago. We knew about this story. And today they closed 30 different locations in several states, including Florida, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. But I have some really good news. The Hooters on Miller Lane not closing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah, so that's exciting. There used to be 2 Hooters in Dayton. I remember going to the one there was one in Centerville. And I think it might be where either Adventure Golf is now located, or at least what's left of Adventure Golf. The Adventure has died, but it's still there. I think it was there. But I remember there being one on 725 there, Washington Township, Centerville area for a while. And that was a big deal when it opened. And then that one closed. I don't know why it closed. I would have thought that there were plenty of people down in the Centerville area who liked breasts and wings. But it closed. But now the one is still open there on Miller Lane. And the story that I saw today on WHIO.com is that I love this. It says, there's one Hooters location in the Miami Valley. It's on Miller Lane. New Center 7 went by the location on Thursday. There's a sign on the door that says Hooters is here to stay. Who got that assignment? You think it was Bedell? Might have been Bedell. You know, so, hey, we need somebody to go to Hooters. I'll do it. I'll do it. I saw this on a couple of people shared this with me today. Cheez-It. You know, I love Cheez-Its. Dayton made Cheez-Its, born right here in the Miami Valley, 1921, Green and Green Company. It all began here. But they posted a tease on their Facebook page today, and I'm going to share it with the folks on the live stream. Take a look at that. That is the red hair and blue hair ribbons of Wendy from Wendy's, and her face has been made out of a Cheez-It cracker. And they say that something is going to happen on June 10th that is going to bring Wendy's and Cheez-It together in some glorious combination. So we'll be waiting with bated breath to see that. See, when is that? The 10th? That's next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. I'm curious to know what it's going to be. Because, you know, Taco Bell did a thing a couple of years ago where they had that giant Cheez-It tostado. That was a big deal. And I was thinking, like, in fact, I had Wendy's today. Sometimes I just go and get a double with cheese with pickle and mayo only. And that's all I get. I don't get fries. I don't get Frosty. I don't get nuggets. I get nothing. Just get the sandwich. Because honestly, that's all I can afford. But what on their menu would go good with Cheez-It? I don't know if you're going to put Cheez-It on a burger or on a chicken sandwich. Dare they do a Cheez-It Frosty? I know, but what else is it going to be? You're going to put Cheez-It dust on the fries? What could it possibly be? I have no idea. And speaking of fast food, 2 fast food chains are planning to make their mark here in the Dayton region. I saw this over when I was on vacation last week, so that's why I'm now bringing it up. This may be old news to some of you. Del Taco, a Mexican brand that got its start in Yermo, California back in 1964, has identified at least 10 opportunities within the Dayton market. Its sister company, Jack in the Box, a burger brand known for its tacos, has identified at least 15 here in the Dayton area. The first restaurant could open in 18 to 24 months. So there you go. Del Taco, Jack in the Box, could be coming to Dayton. We got some lawsuit lottery news.
I can't drop a lawsuit.
Going to court.
Lawsuit? It's private. You gonna sue him?
No deal. We're going to court.
I'm going to sue the pants off you.
They just got a favorable ruling on a lawsuit.
Enough, sir. You are out of order.
So here's this crazy story I mentioned, and I want to get your take on this. There's a woman from Jamaica. She was visiting South Florida. She was visiting Miami with her boyfriend, St. Regis Bell Harbor Hotel. It's managed by Marriott. She was in her hotel room, and this happened, this happened in 2023, December of 2023, but she just filed the lawsuit. She says she was in her shower in her hotel room, and while she was in her shower, I guess her boyfriend was out hanging out by the pool or doing something else, but he wasn't in the room. She's in the shower, and she says somebody employed by Marriott or a third party who works through Marriott came into her room, walked into the bathroom while she was showering, and stared at her while she was showering. She saw this, and of course, she was alarmed and startled and yelled at him, "Get out, get out, get out." He didn't leave right away. And then finally, she screamed some more, and she chased him away. So that happened, and that is horrible, absolutely horrible. Would make you feel 100% violated. But she's filed this lawsuit now, and she's asking for $7 million. $7 million. Now, I don't know that she's going to get that, but here's my question. And I don't mean to sound insensitive here, because one, nobody's going to try to break into my hotel and see me naked showering. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, right? But I understand this woman suffers, and she said, the severe and lasting psychological trauma, which required extensive psychiatric treatment and a variety of powerful psychiatric medications. That's what she says this incident caused her. Is $7 million a bit extreme for somebody seeing you naked? You know what I mean? I feel like that's a bit much. I would even think half of that is too much. I mean, it's I can understand feeling completely violated. But $7 million? It seems a bit high. Seems a bit high to me. But I could be wrong. I'm a dude. I have a very different view of this. You know, if somebody saw me naked, I'd feel more sorry for them than me.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper.
It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That's right, Josh. I would get sued. I'm emotionally scarred. I saw that fat guy naked. I'm suing. Doing my best, Harvey. Trying to make a living.
All right. Da 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 da.
Live from the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Former Flyer takes the NBA's biggest stage. We'll have the latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up and rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up after the news, we're going to be joined by a guest on the phone talking about the big UFO conference going on this weekend in Fairborn. And if you get a chance, pop on the live stream. You can check out my Evening Edge exclusive Alien What's in That Hangar t-shirt. I picked it up today. Very cool. Very cool. Let's talk to Bobby in Miamisburg. Hey, Bobby, what's up?
Hey, not much. Two things. Number one, I think it's going to be spicy Cheez-It Baconator fries.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Or you put it in the chili. And then number two, Hooters used to be at where the melting pot is.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. For some reason, I was thinking it was a standalone place, but I guess it's not. Right.
No, it was Hooters, and then it went down to Tubes, and then it became Latitudes, and then it was like a dive bar, and then it's been the melting pot for the last 10, 15 years.
You see, I would have thought there would have been plenty of people down in the Centerville, Washington Township area, even Kettering, that would have supported a local Hooters, but I guess.
Well, you have to have the entertainment and the food. I don't know. The food is suspect.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, I've had some better meals than others at Hooters, so I got you. All right, buddy.
Exactly.
Thanks for your call, man.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double
I
L.
do like their sauce.
I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Saucy.
Live from the WHIO News Center, this is Miami Valley's News at 6. Our top local story, a child is found in the backseat of a stolen car, and that child's okay, and a suspect is now in custody.
A bit of an unsettled pattern setting up for us across the Miami Valley with daily chances of showers and even a few thunderstorms. I'm weather specialist Nick. Let's break down the full forecast coming up.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at GrismerTire.com.
Got some good news. Miami Valley drivers doing a good job on the freeways. We have no reports of accidents or unusual slowdowns. Couple of issues on the surface streets. First in Kiwi downtown with a crash. Brant Pike near Harshman. Also with another crash there. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
These stories and more coming up. I'm Ron Otto, WHIO News Times, exactly 6 o'clock.
WHIO, Dayton, Springfield. Celebrating our 90th year as the Miami Valley's leading news station. Weather, traffic, and breaking news starts now.
It is our top local story to Dayton. A child is okay after cops say the car it was sitting in was stolen by its father. Now, around 3:30 today, a woman called police saying she was assaulted at a gas station on East 3rd, and her car was stolen with the child inside. Cops found the car and the child on Woodman Drive, and now the father In less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
This is a WHIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Hey, I'm here for the big show.
This guy, Todd, does he make you laugh?
He's funny.
Yes, listen sometimes. It's kind of a big show.
Okay, boys.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's space aliens.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up later this hour, we got some mail call. We've got some Doordash drama. Not one, but two stories about Doordash drivers. One pulling a gun, and the other one, well, the person who answered the door was, well, they were naked, and it became a big thing. Big thing. Also, Back to the Future news. The movie, yeah. We'll get to all that here momentarily. 937-457-1290. I've got my buddy Dave on. He's from the UFO conference going on in Fairborn. But I want to take one quick call first before we get to him. Grant's been waiting. Grant and Kettering, what's up, Grant?
Hey, how's it going? I just was thinking about the Wendy's Cheez-It.
Yeah, what could they be using Cheez-It for on June 10th when it makes its big debut? It's all a mystery.
Yeah, well, I remember, I'm 63 years old, so I remember when potato chips were just potato chip flavored. But nowadays, they got a million different flavors.
Right.
So Cheez-It's doing the same thing, and I think what they're going to do is it's going to be the Baconator flavor.
Oh.
Baconator flavored Cheez-Its.
Ah! You know what, now that I think about this, Grant, I feel like I've seen that before somewhere.
Yep, right. It's exactly what they're doing. It's just like Pringles. You know, they got like 15 flavors now.
Well, you know, I mentioned this earlier on the live stream during a commercial break. Somebody asked me when I was going to talk about a certain story, and I'd already talked about it. But sometimes I don't remember talking about certain things. But as soon as you said that, I'm like, wait a second. I feel like I talked about that. So I'm a little perplexed, though, why Wendy's would put this big thing on their Facebook page like it's some sort of Cheez-It tease mystery when it's already been out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Makes no sense to me, Grant, but I appreciate it.
Listen, I wanted to let you know I love your show. I've been listening for about 3 years.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Grant.
You bet.
All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah.
Good talking to you.
Good talking to you, Grant. There you go. Oh, that's another happy customer. All right, let me talk to Dave here. Dave McWhorter. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you, Todd?
I'm well. We are just days. You know what? We are hours away from the Fairborn UFO conference. It's going to be kicking off tomorrow and runs through Sunday. And this is sort of our last push here on the show to try to get people to go out. And you've got some great stuff scheduled. Tomorrow night, I know it kicks off. It's actually going to be in Yellow Springs, but they've got a UFO alien costume contest. They're going to be showing ET. Why don't you tell us about that? I saw some of the trophies. They are amazing. They're so cool looking.
Yes, they are. So it's going to begin at 6 o'clock in Yellow Springs at the Little Art Theater. And they have different age groups, and they will have unique, as you said, unique alien trophies for the winners.
Yeah.
So it's open for all ages.
They look like, you remember in school, sometimes you'd get like a school box or a shoe box and you make these little scenes. Aren't those called dioramas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are correct.
That's what these are. These are these really artistic alien dioramas, and they're so cool. I'd love to have one for the studio, but I'm not going to dress up as an alien, Dave. But
and so, Todd, afterwards, the movie E.T. is going to be played.
Oh,
It's going to
yes, the
start at 7
classic,
o'clock.
the classic Spielberg film E.T. I remember seeing that at the Beaver Valley Cinemas in Beaver Creek when I was a kid. Well, that's a great movie. Haven't seen it in a while. I bet a lot of people haven't. This is your chance to go see it on the big screen.
So it's free from children 12 and under, and adults is only $5.
Oh, that's very affordable. Very affordable. Plus, you'll get to see some crazy people dressed up as aliens. It's part of the appeal, right?
Absolutely.
And then on Saturday, this is when this is going to be a great day. It's going to be at the Fairborn Holiday Inn, right across from Wright State University. This is the big UFO conference, and you're going to have all these ufologists and experts and all these folks there to talk about different things that have happened over the years in regards to aliens and visitations or supposed visitations and sightings. Tell us about some of the folks you're going to have.
Okay. We have our director of Ohio MUFON is going to be there, Tom Wertman. And also our keynote speaker is Donald Schmidt. And he's well known in the ufology. We have some local people are going to be there as well.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, it starts at 8 a.m. and it runs all the way through 6 o'clock that afternoon. So you're going to have people stacked on top of each other, right? You're going to have one person on, they're going to talk for a bit, then somebody else is going to come out and so on and so forth. It's all day long, right?
Yes. We have a total of 7 speakers.
Awesome. Now, what does it cost to get into this particular portion of the UFO conference?
It's only $15. That's amazing for 7 speakers. And I will tell you, Todd, that we have less than 20 tickets left.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. You only have less than 20 tickets. That is great for a first-year event. Dave, I got to give it to you guys. That's great for a first-year event. I mean, you've sold over 100 for sure. I don't know what the exact number, but less than 20, that's pretty remarkable. And I bet there's going to be people that show up on Saturday because they hear about it, talking about it on the show, or they've seen it on social media. A lot of people, they kind of keep their weekends open to see what happens. And then they go, oh, well, this thing's going on. Let's go check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt we'll sell out. I would like to mention one thing, Todd.
Yeah.
The vendors will be open to the public. Even if you're unable to buy a ticket because it's sold out, you still are able to go to the vendors and shop the vendors.
Ah, okay. Well, that's cool. Would you give me a guesstimate on, how many vendors, what kind of vendors, what are you thinking?
It's right. A little more than 25.
Oh, see, that's great. That's great. I went to a Bigfoot festival a year or two ago down in Hawking Hills, and it was fun, but I tell you, it was overwhelming. All of the vendors, for them, it's great. But for people going, 25 is like a great number. That's very manageable. And I'm going to stop by. I'm going to be there probably between like noon and 2. So I'm going to be walking around wearing my Evening Edge exclusive Alien What's in That Hanger t-shirt that I picked up today from my buddy Ron over at Titan Graphics. And so I'll be there. So if you come out, say hi. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's great.
And then on Sunday, this is different. This is kind of an interesting twist. You guys are doing some sort of, this is an alien disc golf competition, right?
Yes, and it's going to be at the Fairborn Community Park. We are still registering teams. They're double teams, so 2 per team.
Okay.
And price is $50 or $25 per person.
And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't everybody who participate get one of those discs, one of those really cool alien discs?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
UFO Bill is providing them.
UFO Bill. I know UFO Bill. Oh, yeah, I know UFO Bill. So that's really cool. So this is going to be a great first weekend for your inaugural event. And the fact that you've almost sold out and you've got more than 24 vendors that are going to be at this, and you've got activities scheduled Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't want to jump ahead here, Dave, but we got to start talking about next year.
Yeah, absolutely. We're already planning. I will tell you, it is the first weekend in June next year.
Oh, so you've already picked out a weekend.
Absolutely. It's already planned.
All right. Well, I want to be involved in this. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be great. All right. Well, Dave, I appreciate you calling the show. Good luck. I'm sure I'm going to see you out there on Saturday for sure. But this is going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Thank you, Todd, for helping us out with this.
Oh, of course. I love local events like this, and I love anything that has to do with aliens and Right Pat and that whole thing. So I'm all about it.
Okay. You take care, Todd.
All right, Dave. Have a great weekend and a great event. See, this is, and I don't know if anybody knows the backstory. I know a lot of the hardcore edgeheads know this. A couple of years ago, I was talking about going to this Bigfoot festival, as I mentioned, down in Hocking Hills. And I was talking to Nick Roberts, who's our program director and operations manager, general manager. He does everything. And I said, somebody really ought to do like some sort of alien thing because of our connection with Right Pat and Roswell. If you know the story, and whether you believe it or not, I'm sure you're aware of the story that there was a flying saucer that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, and it was scooped up and it was brought to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And that's the legend of what's in Hangar 18. Could it be aliens? Could it be a UFO, a spacecraft of some sort? So I thought Right Pat is right here. Fairborn is the home of Right Pat. There should be some sort of festival. So he's like, oh yeah, you should talk about that. So I talk about it that very day. That day on the show, I talk about it. And 5 minutes after I'm done talking about it, the gentleman that Dave referenced, UFO Bill, calls the show and says, I don't know how this happened. And Bill and I don't know each other at this point. I just left a meeting about a UFO festival in Fairborn. Kismet, my friends, kismet. And there it began. So here we are, the first weekend, the inaugural year of the Fairborn UFO conference, and already they're planning next year. That's awesome.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Zach, thank you so much for that. Thank you. I just sent it to my buddy Cal, and maybe that will help sort it all out. You know, sometimes when these accidents happen very quickly in short amount of time, it can be a little challenging to try to keep them all tracked. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
The new Nintendo Switch is out, and it's more expensive this time around. We'll have latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Now to get back to this show. The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
We are going to have a festival.
We want to take him to the fall festival.
I had my face painted at the Blueberry Festival one year.
Oh, we are so going to the Harvest Festival.
Are you going to make it to the festival?
Strike up the band. Let's have some great dancing and enjoy ourselves at this year's festival.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You know, one of the things I remember growing up here in the Miami Valley is the St. Helens Festival. It's over there on Burkhart and Riverside. And when I was a kid, my grandma and grandpa Hollst lived not far from there. And whenever it was festival weekend, mom and dad would dump me off over at grandma and grandpa's house. And usually Friday or Saturday night, they would take me to the festival. Well, to be more clear, Grandma would take me to the festival, and Grandpa would drive on down to Clancy's and get lit up on Boilermakers and then come and pick us up and drive us home. But it was so much fun, and the festival has been going on forever and ever, and it's this weekend. It's happening this weekend, the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And I got a message from Edgehead Nancy. She said, hey, can you please mention this? It's happening. Yeah, and I've seen the signs up, and this is a big deal. They've got like multiple stages with bands all weekend long. They've got great rides and great prizes, and of course, it all supports St. Helens Church and gambling and beer. That's what they got. That's what they're going to have, and a lot of family fun. So if you make it out to the St. Helen Festival this weekend, I'm sure it's going to be a great time.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T. Oh.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S. T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
I still think they need to put some sort of like jail cell on planes. You know, just something small. You act up like that, we're just going to lock you in there. Let's talk about that. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. That's brand new.
HIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Don't hesitate to call. You call me, you better call me.
Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
All right, this is an oldie, but well, it's an oldie where I come from. All right, guys, listen. This is the blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Of course, that was a scene from the iconic 1985 film, Back to the Future. That's when Marty McFly picks up a Gibson electric cherry red guitar and starts playing basically Chuck Berry, right? Yeah. At the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Well, that guitar, and I didn't know this. I mean, I've seen documentaries about Back to the Future, one of my favorite movies from the 80s. That guitar went missing as soon as the movie was over. They have no idea where this electric guitar went. This was a cherry red Gibson ES 345 guitar. They say it was either, they think like a 1960 or a 61. It was a classic guitar. And as soon as the movie was done shooting, zip, the guitar disappeared. In fact, they tried to find it for the 1989 sequel and couldn't find it. So now Gibson Guitar is mounting a campaign to try to find this iconic 6-string relic and figure out where it went so it can be kept in a safe place, because that's an iconic guitar. And I didn't even think about this, but of course you do the math. 40 years ago this summer, Back to the Future came out. 40 years ago. I guess there's a video that Gibson put out a day or two ago with Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, and Harry Waters Jr. Was he Biff? I think he might have been Biff. Making a plea to fans and collectors to help track down the instrument. Now, see, here's the thing. If you've got something like this guitar, here's what happened. You're the one who took it, stole it, right? And if you're the one who stole it, you probably haven't bragged too much about it, because once people heard that it was missing, word would get out and they'd be like, oh, go see Bob. He's got it. He's got it. Or maybe you bought it secondhand. Somebody stole it just because it was a cool guitar, and you bought it and you have no idea what you got. But they're trying to find it. They've actually they've launched a tip line. Wow. I don't have the phone number here, but it's producing a documentary as well called Lost to the Future, and explores both the hunt for the guitar and the legacy of the film itself. So that should be interesting. That will be interesting. Maybe they'll find the guitar. That's the kind of guitar that should end up in either the Smithsonian or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, something like that, right? Where everybody can go and enjoy. Because that was such an iconic scene in that movie. That was, if you follow the canon of Back to the Future, that's when people first heard rock and roll. And it was Marty McFly on that Gibson guitar. 937-457-1290 is our telephone number. Parker, can you hop on for a second?
What's up?
So I mentioned this story earlier about this Ohio woman who happens to be from Dayton, who is facing federal charges now because she tried to open a plane door during flight.
Yeah.
And it turns out, I mean, you guys talked about it. Channel 7's been talking about it. This woman, it turns out, is from the Dayton area. So she's now facing all these, all these charges and a fine and prison time, all this. I've said this on the show many a times, because we have stories frequently that have to do with people going berserk and acting like fools on the plane.
Yeah.
Am I wrong to think that maybe we should consider some sort of holding cell on a plane? Because they have them on ships. Now, I understand there's a lot more room on a ship than there is on a plane. But if there's room for a lavatory that locks from the inside, maybe there would be some sort of space for another holding cell.
Well, some planes have a lavatory in the front and in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my idea. Why not put the jail cell, if you will, in the front? And as punishment for that person, they're the last person to get off the plane. So every person on the plane can walk by and make fun of, the person who was.
Oh, yes. I love that.
In that way, we wouldn't have to have these emergency landings and
planes being diverted, people's schedules and lives being turned upside down because some lunatic at 50,000 feet in the air. Yeah, I like that idea. And you're right. And the plane lands, right? And they have to stand there. Maybe the whole flight. It's almost like a cage where they can see what's going on outside and people can see what's going, so they stare at them.
Yeah.
Right. And it really, it's part of their punishment. And as they're walking off the plane, they point to that person and it's
Shame, 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 shame,
shame, shame.
shame.
Yeah.
Shame, shame.
I love that. I love that idea.
Shame.
Shame. Okay.
Well, a lot of times those lavatories are really small too. So depending on the size of the person in there,
right?
I would make it to where you have to face towards the back of the plane and stare at all the people on the plane for the remainder of the flight.
But here's the thing. Here's one thought though. What happens if it's if you have to confine 2 people? Then what do you do?
Ooh.
Maybe you let them open the door. Here's a parachute. See you, DB Cooper.
Who is the bigger threat to the other folks on the plane?
That's a good point.
That's the person who goes in the cell.
That's well, or the least, the person who's the lesser of the threat gets the cell, and the bigger threat gets the parachute. Unless you're over water. I mean, we can't, that's cruel and unusual, right? But parachute, automatic deployment, out the door. It's like some sort of toilet chute, right? You just pull the thing and
like an ejecto seat.
Yes. I love that idea. We got some snake news.
Snakes everywhere!
Do you like snakes? I hate snakes.
I'm afraid of snakes.
Those are snakes.
Everywhere, snakes.
It's full of snakes.
Are there snakes down there?
Why did it have to be snakes?
Well, this is a frightening story. I'm glad that we don't live someplace where pythons are the norm. I mean, there are certainly people in our area that keep pythons as pets, but in some parts of the world, and including like Florida, the pythons they've become part of the ecosystem. And I'm just glad that we don't have anything like that. This story takes place in Bangkok. Police there in Bangkok say a man was left fighting for his life after suffering severe blood loss when a python bit him on the penis while he was using the toilet. They believe the python entered the home by swimming through the pipes. Wow. This is why in countries like that, you don't you don't go to the bathroom in the dark. You turn on the light. You take a gander before you sit, before you stand, before you approach. You don't do that. The 38-year-old man whose name, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this, but this is his name. Athaporn Boone Machui was attacked by the large snake in the bathroom of his home. The man reportedly reached down after feeling a sudden sharp pain. That would get my attention. Only to find the python's jaws clamped onto the tip of his genitals. In a panic, Athaporn called out for his wife and struggled to free himself from the grip of the 11-foot serpent. Before losing consciousness, the man managed to tie a rope around the snake's head and secure it to the bathroom door to prevent it from escaping. I don't know if you can reattach that like you can maybe a thumb, but I sure would certainly not want the snake to slither away with that. Footage from the scene shows rescue workers working to extract the python from the toilet's plumbing, even using hammers to dismantle parts of the system. Now, this is a true story. I know you're going to think this is crazy. Todd's made this up. No, this is a true story. But here's the part of the story that's the twist, and I don't understand. Okay? Look, I love animals. I hate snakes, but I understand that they are part of the animal kingdom. The snake was eventually captured, placed in a secure bag, and later released into the wild. They released this python that bit this man's penis. Now, I always thought with wild animals that first they get a taste, once they get a taste of something, they want to go back for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if a tiger or a lion or a bear bites somebody in the zoo, usually that animal is not going to be around much longer, or even in the wild. But yet somehow this python is given extended life after biting this guy's penis. That wouldn't happen in America.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
I don't
On
know if they named the
WHIO.
snake Bobbit. I don't know.
Now from the WHIO News Center, the three big things you need to know. 2 men and a woman are shot in Dayton in 2 separate shootings early this morning. Huber Heights school levy fails in a primary election recount Thursday, and a hacker claims responsibility for the Kettering.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh my God, Clinton. Oh my.
Broadcasting live from the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Rain brings pop-up thunderstorms tonight. We'll have the latest at 7. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Come on, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So I just got this share on Facebook, and the description says, and there are 3 pictures: naked lady, Fairborn Kroger, and Beaver Creek Walmart. And if you look at the pictures, it does look like a larger woman completely naked. But then, and I'm only bringing this up because this is being shared all over the Miami Valley right now. The person who posted it, at least from what I see, says that it is a bubblegum sweatsuit, like a sweatsuit that looks like skin color. But here's the thing, and I don't know. I sent this to the WHIO breaking news desk, and then I saw the comment about it's a sweatsuit, and I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have sent that. But the pictures that I'm seeing, she's standing inside the Walmart barefoot. Now, that's probably not unusual to see somebody barefoot at Walmart, but I don't know. I feel like there's going to need to be some extra investigation, because there is a lot of back fat on this woman, and there are some folds, and you're not generally going to see that in like in a sweatsuit. So I don't know. I think this is going to be hotly debated tonight on social media here in the Dayton area. I'm not going to share it because I don't know for sure what it is, and I ain't going to put my fingers on that. So if you want to look for it, look for it. Oh, there's the zebra, the Tennessee zebra. More video. Still not caught. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night for another show. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of this show at eveningedgetodd.com and many of your favorite podcast platforms. And you can go back and watch the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and that's it. So have a terrific Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
That's it. We're done.
It's over already?
Sooner.
Game over. Sorry, guys, I gotta run, but there will be another show. When?
Actually, I'll be back tomorrow. Same crap, different day.
At least he's consistent.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching and listening tonight. I appreciate it. You guys are the best, man.